And the headline: students shot down Bauchi Polytechnic after armed robbery, injures 9 in hostile attack. Peter Obi calls for urgent political change, criticizes APC leadership. Shore orders activists demand release of core members' discharge certificate. And on the foreign scene, 40 killed as Sudanese paramilitary forces target displacement camp in North Darfur. Hello, good evening, and welcome to News Update on Trust TV. I am Fatima Ahmed Musa. Thank you so much for joining. And now we begin with a protest erupted early Tuesday when students at the Federal Polytechnic Bauchi went on rampage after robbers attacked their hostel, stealing gadgets and leaving many injured. The students lamented that Polytechnic had failed to protect them from the attack that happened at night. It was reported that the armed robbers stole the students' property, leaving 9 persons injured. The angry students were seen demonstrating on the Bauchi-Das Road, mounting a blockade to prevent movement around the institution's main entrance. The protest turned tense as suspected hoodlums tried to hijack it, blocking the federal highway near the campus. Police fired their tear gas to disperse the crowd, prompting some students to retaliate with stones before being overpowered. SUG President Haruna Umar condemned the attack, calling it the first of its kind in the institution's history.
I wish they just would just straight to the report.
Now in Kaduna, there is a palpable tension in the Barnaul axis of Kaduna South local government area on Monday following the killing of a young man by security operatives. The incident triggered angry protests and the closure of popular social spots in the neighborhood. Details of the incident were still sketchy as of press time, but eyewitnesses said the youth was reportedly shot by a personnel of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency who was in pursuit of a suspected drug dealer. According to eyewitnesses, the fatal shooting occurred near one of the busiest junctions in Barnaul Market, a densely populated area known for its vibrant nightlife. One of the witnesses, who simply gave his name as Musa, said the NDLEA operatives had stormed the area in an unmarked vehicle and were chasing a young man suspected of being in possession of narcotics when the tragedy happened. The identity of the victim had not been officially released, but residents described him as a quiet and hardworking young man who lived within the Barnaul neighborhood. The State Police Command has confirmed the incident. Now, the Plateau State Government and the State House of Assembly have pledged to complete an abandoned bridge in Mosheri Chiefdom in Bokos local government area, which currently obstructs security efforts by enabling armed tank attackers and delaying security personnel's response to threats. The pledge was made on Sunday during an inspection visit by the Speaker of the State Assembly, Nalong Daniel, and top government officials to the abandoned bridge in the community, where 5 persons were killed and houses burnt on Friday.
Well, we are here actually out of the concern of His Excellency to ensure that there is an access route that will link this community to the other. But so far what we have witnessed as part of our oversight function, this is more like an emergency attention to the needs of this community. And so we've gone around the local government and we've seen what the local government chairman has done by providing all the necessary materials for the work to be completed. And here we are here. We've seen, the level of support by the community to ensure that they give all the necessary support to the chairman so that the road can be completed.
By God's grace, tomorrow morning, work will resume at the site. The community are willing to work with us so that they will contribute their own quota to the completion of this bridge.
Yes, on the day that the governor came to greet us with what happened, to see the IDPs, he assured us that work will start soon on this bridge.
Now, the Lagos State Police Command says it has arrested 68 suspects in a series of coordinated operations recovering firearms, vehicles and stolen property. Commissioner of Police Oluhundare Jimo, speaking at a press briefing in Ikeja, said the operations have boosted security across the state, assuring that command is committed to driving crime rates to the barest minimum through strategic deployment of resources. The report.
CP Jimo told reporters that the suspects are linked to armed robbery, abduction, vehicle theft, and a 500 million naira scam and other serious offenses. The arrests were made during raids across Lagos and neighboring Ogun State. Recovered items include 17 firearms, among them pistol, an AK-49 and locally made weapons, 99 rounds of ammunition, 4 vehicles, 19 mobile phones, 6 laptops and tablets, identity cards, POS machines and bulletproof vests, and scam documents tied to visa fraud.
We equally have before you arrest of syndicate over 500 million visa scam. On July 16, 2025, following the transfer of a case from Agbo Okota Division to the State CID, 4 suspects linked to a 500 million visa fraud syndicate. The suspects are Blessing Wesufu, age 27 years, Chinyere Christian, age 36 years, Achibong Udeme in Defreke, male, age 23 years, Maureen Peter, age 25 years. Preliminary investigation revealed that the suspect, who was staff of education consultancy in Agbo Okota, fraudulently obtained the sum of 500 million naira from more than 100 victims under the false pretense of facilitating Canadian and Australia work visas for them. The suspects are already in police custody and will be charged to court on completion of investigation.
The commissioner revealed that 3 suspects, including a wanted gang leader, were apprehended along Agege Motor Road, Ikeja, on July 18, 2025. He said officers on routine patrol also intercepted a commercial minibus known locally as Korope after a female passenger was pushed out of the moving vehicle.
Arrest of notorious one-chan kingpin and recover of vehicles and operational vehicles and weapons. On July 18, 2025, at about 14:00 hours, operatives of Ikeja Division, Lagos State, while on routine patrol along Agege Motor Road, Ikeja, intercepted a commercial minibus, popularly called Korope, following an alarm raised by a female passenger who was pushed out of the vehicle. Promptly, this patrol team swooped in and 3 suspects were apprehended at the scene of this nefarious act. They are identified as Bode Oludainsi, 35 years, Michael Showumi, age 22 years, David Olawaye M, age 20 years. On the search of the suspects, we recover 1 Techno Spark phone belonging to the victim, 1 axe. The axe, if you see it, is what they use to attack their victim, to compel them into surrendering by force their property. 2 concrete interlock bricks. All of them are with us and you see them. These bricks are like a very big stone. From behind, they hit it on you and you lose consciousness while they take your property. Then several heavy stones and broken bottles are equally in their vehicles. We are investigating them further to know all the other criminal operations that they have carried out on their suspect.
The Lagos State Police Command, while assuring residents and visitors of its unwavering commitment to public safety, said all suspects will be charged to court upon the conclusion of investigation and urged the public to report any suspicious activity without delay.
And now in politics, a former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has accused the President Bola Tinubu-led administration of using the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission as a political weapon to target opposition figures. Reacting to the detention of former Sokoto State Governor and Senator Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, Atiku claimed the move was part of a broader agenda to harass, intimidate and decimate members of the opposition coalition. The former vice president, who was instrumental in the establishment of the EFCC during his time in office, alleged that the agency's anti-corruption drive had been objectified as a political tool to coerce opponents into joining the ruling party. Atiku warned that such practices were eroding institutional integrity and creating fertile ground for corruption to flourish. He pointed to a growing trend where anti-corruption bodies were allegedly being deployed to force opposition governors and political leaders into the ruling party. While calling for a united front in the fight against genuine corruption, Atiku urged civil society, Nigerians, and the international community to condemn what he described as anti-democratic machinations aimed at railroading the country into a one-party state. And now, a prominent opposition figure, Peter Obi, has declared that power must be taken from the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC) by any means necessary. In a recent statement, Obi emphasized the urgent need for political change, criticizing the APC's governance and calling on Nigerians to unite for a new leadership. Obi's comment comes amid growing dissatisfaction with the APC-led government, with many citizens expressing concern over economic challenges, insecurity and corruption. The opposition leader urged Nigerians to remain steadfast in their pursuit of a better future.
As you know, because of the problem they have, some of us who are leaders in the opposition, have a president adopted ADC. But I can tell you, before the election, more will join. More people will come together. Because the opposition needs to come together. Yeah. We are not coming together to wrestle power. If it is wrestle power, can't people be out of it? If we are not going to use that power to change the fortune of this country, please count me out of it. I'm not looking for political position. I'm not desperate to be president of Nigeria. I am desperate to see Nigeria change.
Still on politics, the Ogun State chapter of the Social Democratic Party, SDP, has warned Jimmy Lawal, a former aide to ex-Kaduna State Governor Nasir El-Rufai, to stop parading himself as a member of the party. The party noted that Lawal has never been a legitimate member, citing his multiple violations and anti-party activities. The SDP Deputy State Chairman, Augustus Olushola, made this known on Monday at a press conference in Abeokuta. He alleged that Lawal had not paid any membership dues but has been parading himself as the leader in the party in Ogun State.
You know, in politics, you have to welcome everybody. We don't know Jimmy Lawal in our party because he had not, I repeat, he had not registered into our party. And he has never even come to this office to declare his intention to join our party. With this, he is not qualified to represent our party at all levels.
Now, activist Omoyele Sowore, alongside others, took part in a mini protest to demand the NYSC issue a discharge certificate to Usherita Ogomaye, popularly known as Raye, who served in Lagos State after completing her one-year service. Sowore led the activists to the NYSC headquarters in Abuja to press for the certificate's release, adding to the controversies surrounding Raye's service. Trust TV's Noah Sampson has more.
At the NYSC Yakub Gun House, Abuja, police officers were present as Sowore and others went to the DG's office to demand Raye's discharge certificate. Sowore alleged that the certificate was withheld over a video Raye posted criticizing the president, calling the action politically motivated. He cited similar cases of politically linked deniers of NYSC certificates.
We must provide a historical information to you that the NYSC has been known over the years to seize discharge certificate of people who are politically very vibrant during their service years. The most popular one was of Bamidele Aturu, who is now late, who refused to shake hands with a military dictator in Niger State. I think it was in the 80s. Second was Femi Falana, whose NYSC discharge certificate was seized. It took him 18 years. In fact, it took the Oputa panel to order the Nigerian government to release it to him. Yours faithfully mine was also seized in 1996 in Yola and has not been released till today. And there's been several cases of politically motivated seizure of NYSC certificate. It's our position that should end immediately.
What happened was that on the 7th of April, Raye went to a local government, Etiosa, presented herself for clearance before the LGI, the local government inspector, one Mrs. Veronica Abela. Initially, the LGI said, go and join the queue. She was on the queue, it got to her turn. She asked her, go to the back. Go and join the queue again. She obeyed. This kept happening. Apparently, the woman could not tell her why she did not want to clear her. Raye persisted, kept pressing, kept begging, Madam, why am I not being cleared? It was until about 6 hours after she has been delayed, after she has been indignified, after she has been verbally assaulted, that Mrs. Veronica Abela opened up to her that I cannot clear you.
In March this year, Raye posted a viral video criticizing the president over rising food prices and general cost of living. She later alleged that an NYSC official threatened her to take down the video.
So I'm coming from the supermarket where I went to get foodstuffs and everything has gone up again. It's just like every single week prices increase. I want to know, what is the government doing about this increment?
Are you normal?
I wasn't insulting the president, ma. I was only asking for accountability.
Hold down that rubbish you put there.
Ma, are you threatening me?
Hold down that rubbish. You are not talking to your mate.
Raye has now petitioned the NYSC, accusing it of unlawfully extending a service by 2 months. According to the NYSC, Rita is among the 131 corps members whose certificate of national service were withheld for valid disciplinary reasons. Specifically, they say Rita's service year has been extended by 2 months for failing to attend April 2025 biometrics clearance, a decision that aligns with NYSC bylaws. However, a quick check on the NYSC rulebook shows that bylaw 4, Section D, subsection 1 states that a corps member will be subject to 2 months extension and half pay if they leave their permanent assignment without permission. It is unclear if this provision aligns with the NYSC's claim for alleged violation. Noel Samson, Trust TV News, Abuja.
You're watching News Update on Trust TV. Coming up after the break. Amid power cuts, Kano entrepreneurs turn to solar to stay afloat. There's some more when we return. To stay with us.
Ni ne tushen labarai da ilimi da nishadin al'umma a lokacin hutu ko a lokacin aiki. Ni ne abokin fira a lokacin kadaici ga dattawa ko ga matasa. Ni ne hantsi leka gidan kowa. Ni ne naku Trust Radio.
Kulalube mu a mita 92.7 a zangon FM a Abuja. Kuma za ku iya sauraro kai tsaye ta intanet kan shafinmu trustradio.com.ng.
Sannan ana samun mu a wasu manhajojin rediyo inda ake watsa labarai ko sauraron wasanni na nishadi, shirye-shirye na Hausa da tattaunawa mai muhimmanci a Trust Radio.
Ba sauraro kawai za ku yi ba, kuma da ku ake damawa. Trust Radio, amintacciyar muryar ku.
Are you a Nigerian artisan, tired of all the customer complaints and looking to take your craft to the next level? Then join Skill Up Artisans program Super, the game-changing initiative designed to transform Nigerian artisans into world-class professionals. Super is an initiative of President Tinubu to equip artisans with modern skills, cutting-edge technology and global best practices. Super offers world-class training courses, retraining experienced artisans to sharpen their skills while providing multi-level training to aspiring artisans in various trades like construction, manufacturing, transportation, services, automation and agriculture. Beyond industrial training funds, certified training centers, Super provides web and mobile training programs for flexibility and convenience. Upon completion, artisans receive globally recognized certification and licensing for credibility, opening doors to international employment opportunities. Super has 3 career-boosting exit paths. The first exit is international job placement through global partnerships. The second is local industry jobs that drive economic growth. And the third is business incubation, providing self-employed artisans with tools and resources to build successful businesses. Super has created a central database that categorizes Nigeria artisans for easy access and management. This also serves as a global marketplace for clients seeking skilled artisans who are rated based on expertise and service quality. Customers can expect top quality service as Super artisans are trained to meet global standards. Super guarantees financial security with escrow payment protection, ensuring customers pay only for satisfactory work. With Super, artisans thrive, customers receive top quality service, and Nigeria's economy grows. Visit www.super.itf.gov.ng today and take your craft to the next level.
Welcome back. If you're just joining, this is News Update on Trust TV. In case you missed it, here's a recap of our top stories again. We told you that students shot down Bauchi Polytechnic after armed robbery injures 9 in hostile attack. Peter Obi calls for urgent political change, criticizes APC's leadership. And now we'll move on to more stories. Amid Nigeria's soaring cost of living, a quiet revolution is taking roots in Kano. For barbing salons, provision shops, phone charging kiosks, and tailoring workshops, solar power is no longer a luxury. It's a lifeline. This comes as Nigeria's energy crisis continues to be a major challenge for businesses and families across the country. Abdulaziz Ibrahim has more in this report.
For decades, Nigeria's erratic electricity supply pushed small businesses toward petrol and diesel generators. But with the removal of fuel subsidies and record high prices, the shift to solar is accelerating. Here at this modest barbing salon, Abubakar says he abandoned the national grid after being billed for electricity he never used. There was prolonged power outage, and the power company threatened to disconnect me over unpaid bills. I told them to go ahead. Since switching to solar, I don't worry about power cuts, and I've been able to grow my income. Khalifa Adamu runs a solar-powered phone charging business. He says he hopes the change is permanent.
In the rainy season, if I'm using petrol to start my business, so my customers will be complaining about the inconveniences for the business. But when I use solar, solar make the business so easier. When I come, I will just start the business easily.
Electricity is expensive and we don't get it regularly. I even tried using generators with gas, but that didn't work too. So I switched to solar to manage costs because customers refuse to accept any price increase. The cost of materials is already high and we can't add more burden on the customers. At just 22, solar installation dealer Abdul Jabbar Abubakar has seen demand in his services surge. Many of my clients never considered solar until fuel prices rose. In the past, there were even stories that solar panels were actually dangerous. Now, I have clients even in filling stations who are using the solar panels. From bustling markets to backstreet workshops, more Nigerian entrepreneurs are cutting their dependence on the national grid, but the transition isn't without hurdles as the upfront cost of solar installations remains out of reach for many. However, payment plans, solar loans, and cooperative schemes are slowly making the technology more accessible. In the past, several businesses offered payment plans, but fluctuating prices of goods due to inflation made it hard to sustain. Still, there are systems that allow people to buy components one at a time until they have everything they need to put together a solar installation. Despite the challenges, the rise of solar power is giving small businesses across Nigeria a fighting chance to keep their doors open. Abdulaziz Ibrahim, Trust TV News, Kano.
Now away from Nigeria, Sudan's paramilitary rapid support forces RSF launched a brutal assault on the famine-stricken displacement camp near El Fasher, the capital of North Darfur, killing at least 40 people and injuring 19 others, according to local rights group. The attack marks another escalation in the ongoing civil war, which has displaced millions and pushed vulnerable population to the brink of starvation. The Abu Shok displacement camp, home to around 450,000 people, have been repeatedly targeted since the war began in April 2023. On Monday, RSF fighters stormed sections of the camp, attacking residents inside their homes, the Emergency Response Room group reported on Facebook. The resistance committees in El Fasher, a network of local activists, condemned the assault, stating that it reflected horrific violations against innocent, defenseless people. The Abu Shok camp is one of 2 sites in Sudan suffering from severe famine, according to aid organizations. And now in sports, newly promoted Nigerian Professional Football League (NPFL) club Kun Khalifat FC has strengthened their team with 8 new signings ahead of the 2025-2026 season. The players signed including Jerry Ogo, Romanus Chinonso, Olubode Hassan, Uche Moses, Lekan Gabriel, Promise Oji, Chukuma Oko, and Ahmed Yahya. The Owerri-based club aims to build on their promotion success and are expected to add more players before the season kicks off on August 22nd, 2025. Kun Khalifat will open their maiden NPFL campaign with a high-profile Oriental derby against 8-time champions Rangers. Other promoted sides from the Nigerian National League this season includes Barao FC, Wiki Tourist, and Warri Wolves. And with that, we have come to the end of News Update on Trust TV. Do not forget to watch and catch us across all our social media platforms for more news programs and documentaries. I am Fatima Ahmed Musa. Thank you for watching.